Masada National Park, Israel. Snake path here in the Judean desert here. Just to tell us that as Joseph Flavius, one of the great guys who discovered this place as one of the historians, the archaeologist, famous archaeologist, he described this as a snake path. But as we walk towards the hills, as we see some of our community here, we experience this beautiful aspect of the desert. And one of the ways to reach is through the cable car, which you can see is already taking place over there. But for us, we decided to walk. Interestingly, it's just the scenery that we are enjoying here. The Dead Sea on the other side, the different formations of the rocks. And now here we go, walking towards the hill there, where we find this fortress, great fortress of Herod the Great. Which is from Masada. And desert here we see, here in Masada, the formations of the layers and the valleys. And this comes when the rain comes rarely in this place. And then you see taking the layers off, as you can see, and creating these beautiful sceneries here. And the water is collected in the cisterns. And this is how it used to be right from the ancient times. And until now, the cisterns are existing. But the beautiful thing is the layers and the contrast between these high hills and the valleys and the Dead Sea in the background. But look at how high this beautiful hill is. How high it is as contrasted to the valleys down there. This is part of God's nature, which we appreciate every day. Never stop appreciating every gift of nature that God offers us every moment. It's part of the creation. Blessings. Here we are in Masada still, and we see the kind of like a valley created here. It's all because of the rains that rarely come in this place, but here they come, and the water is collected in the cisterns, and that was what even was being used here in this place, even during the Herodians' time. Of course, because the water, as we see in the background here from the Dead Sea, was not drinkable because it's too salty for sure. There's no life in the water there. But then the only way, which once in a while it rained, was in this place, and the water was collected around here into the cisterns, like a pit where water collected. And some of these cisterns were created when they removed some materials to use for construction. And then the hole was made, and that was what was being used for the water. And the water is life, and because of that, there was life here, which water was used for drinking, for using a bit of agriculture here and there, and in order to give life. So we thank God for whatever is around us, especially the gift of water that sometimes we take for granted. And once again, we greet you here in Masada with the background of this Dead Sea over there, but with the beauty of the scenery around. About to reach the peak here in Masada. We are still surrounded by the nature here, but above all is the breeze. It's so fresh here. The air is pure, clean, and it's so nice to be here to refresh ourselves. And I think we have to many times run away from the noise of the cities and everything that around us sometimes blocks us from making a beautiful experience of ourselves and also of God. So here apart from the breeze, which is clean, we have the silence. The silence here. You look at the background here of this beautiful hill here. And this is where we appreciate nature. I was just looking at these three birds here. Among all the creatures, we have the birds here as well, also enjoying nature. But that's life. If the birds can enjoy like this, how much more we ourselves. We are reminded to always find time in life to appreciate the nature around us, and also take the fresh air, because the fresh air is good for our lungs, our health, our spirit, our body, and everything. But also to appreciate the silence whenever there's chance. And we can find that silence wherever we are. You don't need to come to a great place like here in Masada in Israel in order to experience that. Wherever we are, we can find silence. We can enjoy the fresh air. We can find peace and blessings, dear friends. So, dear friends, here on top of Masada, here on the hill here, where we have the Herodian fortress, one of the places for protection here in Israel, where Herod used to come here and build a security system here on top in order to enjoy life, but also to keep safe. And this is an example of how we too ought to take care of ourselves. And so we are surrounded with the Dead Sea, this background, and the hills around here, as well as the beautiful sceneries around us. You can see also some of our own brothers and sisters here who have come for this great movement. So wishing you the best and greetings from Masada here in Israel, where we have the different formations different formations of the landscape, which is part of the beauty.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my video. So आप देख सकते हैं